Hello, let's take a look at LeetCode 415 as strings. It's an easy problem, but actually it's not that easy. It's not easy to write clean and robust code. Also, it's a very popular Facebook interview question, as we can see in the past 6 months. Like a lot of companies use it, especially for Facebook, appeared like 64 times. Okay, let's take a look at this problem. Given two non-negative integers num1 and num2 represented as string, we need to return the sum of num1 and num2 as a string. We know the one solution is that we can convert them to integer first, then add them, then reconvert them to string. But if this string is too large, it's very hard to convert it to an integer, especially in language like C++. We know in Java there's a big integer class. You can mention it in the interview, but you cannot use it as a final solution in the interview, since we need to show our string manipulation ability in the interview. Okay, let's see how can we solve it. This is example I use string1 and string2, and this is a function, and we have result. This is our final result, and this is carry. And I have two indexes, I1 and I2. I use green color here. So what I1 is in a valid range and I2 is in a valid range, or we have carry, then we can continue this while loop, right? So at first, V1 is 2, V2 is 8. So sum is 10. So we push back 0 here. Note, I always push back, then I will reverse them at last. Okay, then carry is 1 here. Okay, next we move I1 and I2. V1 and V2 is 6 and 2. Sum is 9. Then we push back 9. Then we move, and carry becomes 0. Okay, now V1 is 6, V2 is 5. Sum is 11. So we push back 1 here. Okay, now V1 is 9, V2 is 6. Sum is 16. We push back 6. Carry is still 1. Okay, now we find that I1 is out of range, so I1 will become 0. For V1 it will become 0. For V2 it's 9, so sum is 10. So we push back 0. Carry is still 1. Okay, now I1 and I2 are both out of range, but we still have carry, so we will continue. Since I1 and I2 are out of range, so V1 and V2 are both 0, sum is 1, and we push back 1. And carry becomes 0, so we will break this while loop. Finally, we just reverse our result. Okay, so it's not that hard, but as mentioned, it's not that easy to write clean and robust code. And especially for this kind of mark as easy problem, we should write clean and robust code, and we should not produce any bug in the interview. Yeah, we better not. Thanks.